What's up, gang? BMI back with another investing video for you guys, and I have a few stock picks for y'all in today's video. The government might be shut down, but the markets are open. I hope you all had a good weekend, and I hope you're having a good Monday out there in the markets. I hope y'all are making some money and staying green. In case you haven't been paying attention or haven't been in the markets lately, over the past few trading sessions, the market has taken a significant dip, and a lot of people out there, especially on the tubes, are screaming market crash. And I don't believe that this is a market crash. This is definitely a pullback, in particular for crypto. So hopefully some of you guys out there can take advantage of this pullback in crypto, but it's not just a normal pullback. This is one of the biggest crypto sell-offs in history, if not the second biggest. Over 19 billion in crypto getting liquidated on Friday. So that is the main reason why markets on Friday were red. So it looks like crypto is bouncing back a little bit, but we will have to see over the course of this week what happens with crypto and the stock market in general, with the government being shut down. Hopefully we get some good news out of that and we get everything back up and running. But the market is open, and it is, even though it is choppy right now, it is hard to get into anything because most things are down. If not, they are trying to bounce back. Last I looked, there were some green stocks out there, so there is some green out there, but there was a lot of red on Friday and a lot of red this morning. If you woke up early, that's where we got our trades in, and we're gonna go over that. So normally I come out with some stock picks for you guys, and that's what we're about to do. But this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I do this for entertainment purposes only. You know, I just talk about stocks I like, and I try to do most of this all in one take, but sometimes it's hard to do that. So I appreciate you guys for any likes, thumbs up, comments, subscribes. All that stuff helps the algorithm, and it helps us get this content out there to other investors. All right, but please do go back and check all the other content, all the other videos that we've made, because there's a lot of stocks out there that are still hot, and some of these are still down as well that you can take advantage of, and you want to put in your watch list. All right, you guys, so let's get into these stock picks. The very first one is Open Door. You guys already knew that was coming. OPEN is the ticker symbol. We've talked about it in almost every single video. Open is my favorite stock, and especially with this big pullback here, Open's at the top of the list once again. $7.34 last I looked. It was down again today, 3%. 52-week high on Open Door is $10.87. and the 52-week low is 50 cents. Not gonna spend a lot of time, just gonna go over a few more numbers. The volume is low today, 70 million looks like, but the average volume, just to give you guys an idea, is 300 million. The market cap is 5.4 billion, and the price to earnings ratio on this stock is -17. So take all that with you know, what you will, but Open Door down again. I love this price, $7.34. Can't believe that it's actually this low once again, but here we are. Market is down. Open Door, top of the list. All right, number one. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to number two, and that is Hertz, ticker symbol HTZ. This one has also been on my list before. It was down before this market pullback, and now it's down again, along with a lot of other stocks. But, you know, this is a legacy name that you're getting on discount, a company trying to make a turnaround Although there is some, you know, bad news in the numbers and whatnot, I still like the name here at $5.44. It's down again today, 3%. 52-week high on Hertz is $9.39, and the 52-week low is $2.77. Volume today so far, 3 million. Market cap on Hertz is 1.6 billion. And the average volume for Hertz, just to give you guys an idea for this one as well, is normally like 10 million. So I think a lot of stocks right now are trading low volume, with it being the holiday. Not a lot of people have funds in the market. Me in particular, I wasn't able to trade what I would normally trade and would like to trade this morning. A lot of stuff on discount because of my available funds. All right. I think a lot of people out there are in the same situation, but it is what it is. Hertz is down. If it's down tomorrow, probably going to be getting in this name and buying more open shares. That's why they're at the top of the list. We like Hertz here, and I think that this is going to recover over time. It just might take some time here. But on to the third one here, and that's Beyond Meat. We talked about this one before. It also had a dip before we got in on that dip. Go look at it on the chart. You can see this thing has just been down, down, down to Pound Town basically. But we got in on the dip last time on Beyond Meat. That's why it's here at number 3. I try to put these stocks in order. They're all down, all right, and they're all risky, but kind of in order to where they're least risky to where it's most risky, but they're all risky, all right. Beyond Meat, it's kind of risky here. Numbers are bad, news is bad, but it tends to turn around. This is one of those names that people tend to buy in and buy up, and sometimes you just have to get in before other people hype it up, all right? It's down at $1.03. We got in this morning under like $1, barely at almost at $1. I think $1.01. So pretty much right here is where we're in. And Beyond Meat, I think is a little bit higher than this price, but this is the last price I had from my notes. It's still down significantly, over 40% today. So Beyond Meat down, getting dropped for good reason, all right, and we'll get into that a little bit. But the daily low on this thing, to give you guys an advantage or an idea, 67 cents. All right, that's how low this got pre-market. It pays to get up early, but it just scared me. This huge drop on this pre-market scared me, and I wasn't sure what exactly happened, but the news did come out eventually. 52-week low, high on Beyond Meat is $6.81, so almost $7. It shows you how far the stock has come down, and the 52-week low is 67 cents, and that happened today, this morning, pre-market. So 52-week low, stocks normally sometimes can bounce off of that 52-week low, and that's exactly what happened with Beyond Meat, bouncing back to that $1 level. The volume is 110 million last I looked. Market cap is 79 million. All right, so the news on Beyond Meat is that they're going through a debt restructuring, and the news came out this morning. Stock plummeted. They're going to dilute the shareholders. Really no good news here. They're going to be dropping shares, all right? They're going to be selling shares, which is going to dilute shareholders, but it's not going to be happening tomorrow as far as I'm aware, all right? So if this doesn't happen tomorrow, Beyond Meat shares could be rising here. I don't think that they're going to be going back down below $1. I think that it was oversold this morning. I think that it will get bought back up until they drop these shares, all right? But this is a prime example of, you know, sometimes why it pays to not be invested in some of these names that are more risky, and why it pays to be a day trader, in and out, baby. That's why we can get in this names like Beyond Meat and back out, all right? So none of these are really, other than Open Door, I'm holding right now, are names that I'm looking to hold. These are names we're looking to day trade, get in and out, and Beyond Meat is one of those. So we're going to be watching this one heavily. It's down I don't think it's going to get any worse, but it could. All right, that's why we're talking about it. But going through some debt restructuring, they're going to be dropping shares. So I think Beyond Meat basically is going to be going up towards closer to $2 this week, but we'll see what happens. All right, that's my little prediction for that. On to the next stock. This one's pretty exciting. TBH. All right, TBH. This is Bragg House, and it's been a winner over the past week or so. It's been up there with some of the winners. The last price I had was $1.29. I think that it was back up to $1.30, $1.33 if I'm not mistaken. But TBH is our best trade of the day. All right, this one right here, down 46%, also dipped and got oversold down to 75 cents. So a 70% drop on TBH Bragg House here. Real quickly, 52-week high, almost $7, and the low is 52 cents on this. So you can see how far this one as well has dropped. $1.29 back to $1.30. We caught this right there at $1 as well, just like Beyond Meat. But this one was the best trade right here, Bragg House. I think this one is going to be recovering and might even do better than Beyond Meat. We got a 30% trade on this one to the upside. So watch out for TBH. This one could be a great day trade for the traders out there. Volume on TBH is 12 million and the market cap is really, really low, 14 million. So I think this one's going to be going up to the upside here. Buyers are going to be stepping in. It's not bad news. I think that this is a drop over, I think, overreaction over some actually good news. Now, if you hold this thing too long, it could end up being bad news, but in the immediate future, this could be good news, and I think the stock's going to go higher over this merger news with House of Doge. All right, and this is happening next quarter. All right, so news came out this morning, everybody's freaking out and getting out, but I think that the shares are going to be moving back up somewhat. It's down, it's cut in half. All right, this stock is cut in half, down over 70% this morning pre-market. So that was the real trade, but it could dip again, all right, here, and it could be going higher. I think there's more room to the upside here for TBH. Watch out for this one. And the last one is the most risky stock here. This is ticker symbol ICU. I think that this stock here is going to be putting some shorts into the ICU. It's getting shorted every day, and it seems like it's dropping every day, which it is. Here at 56 cents, this is where we traded it last time, I think at 55 cents, but 56 cents today, down another 2%. All right, ICU 52-week high is $4.28, and the 52-week low is 30 cents. This is C-Star Medical. This is an American company out there in Colorado. So this isn't some Chinese name. If you look at the chart, it seems like it, but it's down to Pound Town, down 36% over the past month and 86% over the past year. But I think a catalyst coming around the corner could be earnings, and that's going to be happening in pretty much a month, almost exactly a month. So next month is earnings, and I think that could be a catalyst going up to earnings. All right, you don't want to buy this on earnings day unless it's good news. The volume here is less than 1 million. All right, so if you see the volume starting to pick up, but this is good volume, around 860 thou wow. If you start to see the volume in the millies, then the stock's probably going to be going up higher. It's not going to take much because the market cap is so small, 15 million. That's why it's not going to take much, probably around 1 million something in volume. But that's honestly probably, I think, is what's going to happen with that one. All right, ICU is going to hurt some people. Be careful with that one. If you're shorting it, watch out. All right, but once again, not a rocket scientist, and this is definitely not financial advice. But thank you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys make some money this week. We'll have some more stock picks for you later on, and we'll see you guys in the next video.